Welcome, 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 welcome to all of you around the world, all the organic farmers family. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive welcome to you. Those that have just tuned in, those that will be tuning in later on during the program. We all want to say we appreciate your time with us. And just please forgive me because I've been down with huge, huge cold. So my voice might not be as you always hear. But however, we are here and committed to delivering Liberia out of poverty. So these are challenges that we expect, but we will all overcome it gradually as we look forward for a new day in Liberia. Your host is Madam Abba A. Anderson, and we'd like to say welcome to the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia's Farmers Union. This is a program that is meant to elevate farmers and also encourage potential farmers to go back to the soil to produce uh, high quality food production for the liberation of Liberia out of poverty and to be able to supply food sufficiently around the world. So if you have had this dream and wants to be a part of this vision, we encourage you to be a part tonight. Share with us your comments and leave behind any credible information that we can use to get to you. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. And tonight we will be discussing our different branches that we hope to escalate into. So we are looking at getting into the community even much more than we have been. We are also looking at doing more before we can address the issue of poverty. There are lots of things that we need to address before even getting Liberia out. So if you have been a part or will be a part tonight, I encourage you to please share this video because awareness is a tool of liberation. And tonight we will be highly excited to explore new avenues in delivering Liberia out of poverty. Stay tuned as I welcome you with this song.
Welcome to Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, with Abak Organic producing high quality food with low environmental impact. Organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abba Organic Farm, the Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880-547-543 or 0776-570-925 or 0886-199-299 or 0777-567777. Or you can directly contact our CEO, Abae Addison, on +447 943 523387 and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
And so we are partner for good. Tonight we are loaded. It's been a bit of time now that we have not been live due to the health condition. Like I said, I've been down with cold. But in the midst of it all, I want you to kind of invite others to come in. Let all your brothers, your friends, your family, all other that you know, connect them to this video tonight. Especially when it comes to Liberians. I would like to hear or let Liberians get to hear what I have to say tonight. And maybe this video will be for you, or it might be for someone that you know, someone closer to you, someone that you think needs to hear this video. So I'm encouraging you as we go forward. I will first of all want to welcome those watching me now and those that are watching me from other platforms. We may not be able to call all of your names because people are watching from different angles. And so right now, Mr. Henry D. Jala, I'd like to say thank you for watching. And please, Mr. Jala, can you share the video? And others that are watching from other places, we encourage you to share the video. So before I can go, this is the last one that we have to encourage you. Our numbers are down. So if you look on the screen, you will see our WhatsApp number. So that number can easily access the program tonight. And based on what we're about to say or what we want to say, if you have a comment that you want to write, you also have the privilege to write your comments, as well as we want to make you aware that the view of this show is open. You have your right to express your view, but we will encourage people to be more professional in the way they address things, because we do not want to use this as a medium that people will be attacking one another. So we just want to encourage you. You may not like what other people would like, you may not want what other people want, but we are all human and we are entitled to our feelings, and let us all accept those attitudes. So again, we will encourage you to be a part. But that's it, and from there the show starts.
Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, "There's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For a live educative section under the topic, let's educate our farmers.
And so we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so tonight is more of a Western show. Why we say wisdom show, we feel there are a lot of overlaps or things that we need to escalate for people to understand why things are a little bit what it is. And as usual, we want people to be educated. This is not just about going back to the soil, but the education of why we should go back to the soil. And Liberia, like I always say, has been one of Africa's oldest republic, and it has all it takes to be a successful nation. The country is rich and blessed. The people are many, but the thinking are smaller. And that is why we are encouraged to inspire more of our people to get involved into what we call liberation. Why we call it a liberation, because we've understood that over the years, Liberia have graduated from growth and they have descended into poverty. Again, I will want to re-emphasize on that. Liberia have graduated from growth and it has descended into poverty. And that didn't happen in 1 month period, or it didn't happen automatically. It took time and it eventually took root. But we were not that smart. Not that we didn't know that we were sinking in, because we knew from our incomes, we knew from our daily lifespan, we also knew from our community through the impacts of how our life was turning in. And today, there is still no denial that most of us have contributed to where Liberia is. We thought that yes, there is something going on, but the best way out. Sorry, I just got text and other people commenting from different backgrounds. So sometimes I would just want to pause that comment so that I focus on what I'm saying. So you can continue to leave your comments. I will respond right after I can have this done. So let me just leave it as it is for now. So as we thought that Liberia, the problem was one group of people was feeling marginalized, and one group of people were in power. And so we felt the only way Liberia will have peace and stability, growth and development, if we embarked on the tone of war and remove our current leadership to encourage us to live a better life. Yes, we all thought that way. Yes, we all felt it was the right decision. And that's why the war, 1990, 89 to 1990, was widely embraced by numerous of Liberians around the world. And I would say this in this profound public manner. But all that we thought we were doing for liberation by then, it only meant us all to more losses, more damage. And until today, there is nothing tangible that we can say we have actually used as victory for the lives of the thousands and millions of Liberians that lost. The destruction that wasted day and night, we are yet to pay for it. So all that we did, even though we knew that war were never going to answer it all, But we felt war was one of the ways that these things could be changed for the better. But until today, and I want you to hold me on this clip tonight, and let us walk through step by step guides of why we think the war did not answer the cries of Liberia. That is the topic for the night. For those of you who do not know the topic and have been trying to find what is the topic, that was just the intro. The topic is why the war was never the answer to Liberia plight. And so when we walk out with the kind of mindset where we felt that war was going to answer the inequalities between us as Liberians, that war was going to answer the demarcation between a certain tribes and a certain tribes. We felt all those things would have just been cemented when we have war. But it has been proven now that after 20, 30 years back, we still sit back and reflect and see Liberia has moved nowhere. We have been static over the period of years. We move a little bit right after we have had the president Charles Taylor left Liberia. We felt that we have moved out of poverty. We felt that things were better. But when we were moving, the former president, which was Samuel K. Doe, Samuel Kyan Doe, we felt that he, Doe, was the cause of Liberians being static. All right? So we hardly could accept another party that we could use. There was different methods that we could have applied by then as Liberia. And I would say it for all of us, even though at that time we would have not had the opportunity or the privilege to have what would I say? Stable voice set or have predominant voices over decisions that was being made. But better still, we all was there, so we all had to contribute to what we are today. And that's why we will not leave one undone and think another one will be done better. So for those of you who watching, please share the video. I want this video to go viral. I want people to get to know some of where we came from as Liberians. We may have read from different articles, but there are still people that have been around that will tell you the true story of their own experiences of the war. And why would that relate to the Aba Organic Farm today will be the end of the story. But I just want you to stay tuned as we willingly share the video and inspire others to get involved. So as we left 1990 with everything that we used and destroyed, lives and property, we thought it was just the end. We had election, we overwhelmingly voted President Charles Taylor, and we felt it was all okay. And we live in Liberia, but not in peace, but in pieces. There was war in different bushes. There were people that felt that that current government was still not the answer. And so we all came together at a point in time and we said, let Taylor leave. That was what we as Liberians we said. And when we were speaking, we didn't think that it was going to be. Because Taylor has his own plan. He has his vision 2024. And he had everything. And there was no reason why we would have felt that it was not going to happen. But to our utmost surprise, there was a swift that swept Liberians all on their feet. Many of Liberians didn't think that there were going to be no Taylor very soon. So they were not prepared. They were not ready to accept. And it took years and time for people to have accepted that Taylor have left. In the absence of Taylor leaving, the plight of Liberians were never sorted. We still had issues. And these issues were our daily needs. These issues were stability. These issues were security, and just name it. All of those aspects were under the umbrella of this one nation called Liberia. And then we embarked on another journey to bring our test into crunch. Because we have been tested for answers, that which led us to going into the bushes and shooting our brothers and sisters, that which have led us to be broken and destroy our nation that we built. So our tests were never quenched. So it means that our answers were still outstanding, that we were waiting and seeking for. So there was still no answer after the long period of years. And there was still no answer after Charles Taylor got into power. Because if there was an answer, we wouldn't have been in the very bushes. We wouldn't have had this other warring faction to that other warring faction. We would have had just stable state. But we didn't. And then we drove under the wheels of liberation. And when we drove under those wheels of liberation, we then came and stopped at the junction of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And that was because we have changed government. We had interim government. We had this, we had that. We had 7-man council. We had that. And our answers were still far from us. So the test of what we want has still not come true. And because it have not come true, we had to seek for more. And that's how we came to President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I want Liberians to follow me, please. I want Liberians to share these videos. Because where we lost history is where we will not find the answer to Liberians' problem. Unless we can revisit our history, we will still not find answers. Because the answer is within us, and we are looking for it outside. And now we want to direct our mind that the answers of what we have been waiting for, why we kill thousands of people, why we destroy nations. Because Liberia, they didn't just fight alone. Liberians went into articles. Some of them even went to Sierra Leone and wherever. So that I would not just say it was only in Liberia. We were now just training outside of Liberia to start going into different countries. It had to come to an end, certainly, unexpectedly, if I would say. Sorry if my English is not up to your standard or is below your standard, wherever it is. Please just take these few words that may be important to you. And so when we drove at Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president's location, we brought our dreams. We want peace. That was because we have struggled. First, we were only looking at inequality that brought us to war. Inequality where we felt one tribe were being more predominant over the rest of the tribes. Inequality was the power that broke the war in Liberia. And so we felt we wanted that balance. That balance that allowed everyone to have equal rights. And because of what we felt we were into, we now escalated not only for inequalities, but then we then came to meeting the traffic of starvation, insecurity. So we had one major problem before, and we wasted thousands of lives, destroyed nations, use our how you call it, use our resources, and we gradually incriminated additional things to add on the one. So people who did math, who are good in math, will tell you that when we have one and then you add two to it, it was not man up to one. That means it's going to go more than one. And I know when we drove to President Ellen Johnson, we drove because we wanted peace, we wanted stability, we wanted jobs opportunity, we wanted safe drinking water, because we have also destroyed the power plant, so we were not able to have safe drinking water. We wanted that electricity, and we wanted to go back to school because there were more schools that were not open for many years because of the war. So many young people didn't have the opportunity to enjoy the youth days. So our portfolio, according to the English people, they would say portfolio. That means all our credentials, all our documents now, instead of it being one, have increased. So what we did was we came to meet President Sirleaf that we wanted these things. And if we can get these things, we can have a better Liberia. And President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was overwhelmingly voted by the people. She then took the seat. Yes, she took the seat. And because we felt the answer have come, we were all there. We were all happy. People from the Europe and America and everywhere were then moving into Liberia. People moved back home. People that were on different camps, even in Africa, were going back home. But you know one thing? We still didn't get the answer. We felt we are walking towards the answer, but we didn't get the answer. So that's why under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president, we thought that all was okay. But as time passes by, we then started to see things or expect a lot better, but we were not seeing them. As we all went through it, with time, we said, let Eden go. That was the next goal. And so President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf term was over. And we didn't want her back because we felt the answers were not given. And that's how we move. And when we move over to President George Manuel Weah. Our By then our credential have not just been filled, but has rise. Why? Because according to him, President Weah, Liberia was engulfed with unemployment. According to his own finance minister, Liberia, they didn't have nothing left in the covers of the GDP. So they inherited a broke economy. And you can quote what I'm saying and you can listen to what they said. And you will understand that what I'm saying is not of me, but it is what they said that I'm quoting from. So quote me according to what they say. Yeah. So according to our president, that was a broken economy that was inherited. So now we started with one, and now we have more. Now we have a broken economy, we have insecurity, job loss, electrical fault because we're still struggling to get electricity. We're still struggling to get the water that we thought we would have gotten under President Charles Taylor, the rest of them, all President Ellen Sirleaf Johnson. We still didn't get it. And this is why when I said we walk into it gradually, and we are still at the verge of finding the answer. But before we will get to the answer, I have something to include along the way. 2 days ago, I was strolling through my phone. And then while strolling through my phone, I was able to come up to a video. Hold on, let me see if I can get to it. I want to get to this video so badly. I'm sorry, my people. I need this video, and I will talk about why I need this video, and maybe we will be able to pick it up from there. I need to see where I've sent this video. Oh, it just the whole video I've just done to me. Right, so I came across a video. I just had it open a few minutes ago, but it seems like it's gone off. But I will be able to get it back anyways. I will be able to get it back because I think I got it stored under my name. So the video now just popping in with it. So I will be able to get it. I want you to please send this message to our current law. I don't know whether he current or what his position right now, and that is honorable, because I want to get a video so desperately now and it just keep playing. Oh god, hold on, my people. Yeah, sorry. I want us to talk about this video so badly, and I had it open and it is playing off because it's going into my video that I'm making now, and I don't want it to go into my video I'm making now, so it's just keep coming into my video, but it has to do with Mr. Kochi, and that is Jefferson Kochi. My people, I want you, please. If you can get to Mr. Kochi tonight, can you just tag him? If any of you can be able to reach out to Mr. Kochi or anyone connected or closer to him in any form, I want you to please reach out to him. There are times in life that we have to be able to talk to people. I didn't deem it necessary to be able to do this talking. Okay. I didn't want to talk about this, but it has been trading inside of me. This video has been, it's like bombing all over inside of me. So because I want you to add or call him or attach him to this call, I will just play this for you.
Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, "There's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy." Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For our live educative section under the topic, let's educate our farmers.
Again, I'd like to say thank you for being a part of the Aba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. And like I said, I want you to please tag Mr. Jefferson Kochi. He is one of the officials of government, the Republic of Liberia, sitting, I think, mayor of the city of Mosurado. So I would like you to please tackle him. Please tackle him to come in. Please tag him. There are times we will need to talk about things. There are times we will need to, reach out to people and talk about certain things. We all have mistakes. We all do mistakes, but we all need people that give us or give us the right direction. And sometimes it may not be the right people. Remember Julius Caesar? Remember the story of Julius Caesar. Those of you who watching me, I know most of us have actually been watching this or listening or read the book of the Julius Caesar. And the story of Julius Caesar is what it is now. And sometimes among the group, there comes so little voice that says to you, do not go. And there comes those little voice that speak to you. But because the crowd is so much around you. You feel secure. You feel that the crowd are around me and everything around me looks like the crowd. But everything around you does not really represent the crowd. Mr. Kochi, I want you to listen to me tonight. And I want you to take this as an advice. This has nothing to do with political reasons. You may like who you like. I may like who I like. I may not like who you like. You may not like what I like. But we are one. We are Liberians. And we are not here to cause or allow things to happen and cheerfully laugh about it. That's why I'm calling you, Mr. Kochi, to come and listen to this piece of advice. I'm calling you to come. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting those that are sharing. I want to say thank you. You know, Liberia and us as Liberians have turned our everything into politics. So even if we are giving the right news because of political reasons, we don't listen. And I want you, Mr. Kochi, to listen to this voice today. Do not be like Julius Caesar to die before time because you didn't listen. And when I say die, I'm not talking about physical death. The die that I'm talking about is the dying to be able to accept that, I thought I would have listened. Oh man, I regretted the time. I've come across a video. I don't chase after the government officials most time. Except you cross certain path. I talk about it and I'm done because I know we all have to talk about things and then move on. But this video, I have no right to talk. For as an ambassador, a friend, and a Liberian like you are, I think I need to put you on your conscience because sometimes we do things because of the environment. We do things because of different reasons. Whatever the reason is, I'm inviting you today to take a seat and take down the garment of political sins and face in reality with me tonight. It's a word of wisdom to you and to all of us as Liberians. This has nothing to do with political reason. This is the video, Liberians, and I will want you to kind of listen to why this video. I won't want to play it live because it's an advice. And so I want us to be cautious that this video is just for an advice. And Facebook, I got no rights to this video. I'm only using it as an illustration to what I'm saying. So that video relates the message to what I'm giving tonight. Please watch the video along with me. I will discuss it gradually so that the video does not just run out, and you will not know where it begins from. And so you that was listening, perhaps the video have not been that clear enough to hear all that he said. But I will stop the way he stopped and then we'll proceed after he's spoken. I don't know who is the transport minister, right? I Googled it just yesterday. I then realized that it was Mr. Sam Wulu. If you have contact with Mr. Sam Wulu, you can also send this video to him. I know Sam Wulu. I know him as a Liberian. But if I go before him right now, maybe he will pass by me or I will even pass by. Somebody will have to tell me, that is Mr. Sam Wulu. Because that's how I know him. I don't know him to say there is any personal connection, or I know him personally, or he has any personal link with me. Neither is the justice minister. I don't know these ministers. I don't affiliate with ministers. But I want to say this. For the sake of peace, let this word descend as a word of wisdom to you, Mr. Jefferson Kochi. Liberia has an history. We came up from a long way. And we have a lot of Julius Caesar's story been told in Liberia, where many king's men were there and celebrating, but in their heart, men a lot more different. The story of Julius Caesar were not from people that were far, rather were from people that were within. The story of Julius Caesar should be a lesson to us. If you were President Charles Gange Taylor today, if he had the power to go back and be seated as president of the Republic of Liberia, what will he do in his life today? I guess he will learn to use his ears, one. Secondly, he will revisit his decisions and action that was taken before. Those that contributed to those actions are not there with him, but rather he has to go through what he's going through. So all I'm saying to you tonight, Honorable Kochi, your ego has grown too much. I don't know for what reason. I don't know where you came from. I don't know who you are. But I want you to put down the political talks, threats, because it will take you nowhere. Remember, after Josh Manuel Weah, there is still a Liberia. And there will be a Liberia. And you have a long future ahead of you. Stop the threats to people. What gave you the rights? Gave the same right to others to make choices of their own self. You are not President Weah. President Weah do not have an answer to all these things that goes on. And I'm not for him to say, oh, because I eat a politics or I for his politics. No. There are many things that they have been saying or that have been said. You will hardly hear him respond to it. And sometimes when you are placed in a leadership, you will hear and pretend that you have not heard. But every part of the way, you are knocking your chest because you have your kingsmen around you singing the songs. It's all about revolution. But Liberia is beyond revolution. We fought, but there is still Liberia. People die, but there is still Liberia. I want you to take these words as words of wisdom to you, that there is a tomorrow ahead of you. Stop thinking that everyone should dance to your tune of life. If you feel someone is not dancing the way you want them to do, let it be channel. True professionalism, not carnality. There is a difference between professionalism and carnality. Do not just be carnal with everything because of little thing called power. You have the same privilege that you enjoying today. And that privilege comes out of the hard labor of those that are selling in the red light market, that have to be passing in the dust and living there. You have the same privilege. The income today you got without being having the privilege that you looking down on us today for. There was no Joseph. I mean, I know Justin. I don't know what your name is for now. I will table it like that. But you too much, and your future have not even started much yet. There are seasons that will come that you will lose it, or you will have to wake up one morning. There's no security around your house. You have no power anymore. You have no government job anymore. You will have to live in a community, build a society that will last long. Honorable Kochi, the eagle has grown more than 8 wings. That means it will not fly. An eagle that grows more than 8 wings will never fly because it needs a wings to fly. And who will give you the wings? The wings are the people. You cannot grow more than the woman that born you. You will only grow to meet your age. But your age will never escalate than the woman that born you. I say this as a sign of wisdom to you. Not because they are clapping for you and singing, that give you the courage to why they threaten people and speak. We will come for them. We will do this. My brother, I don't know what your age is like, but life turns around so deeply that sometimes you don't even know who you will end up needing very soon. Don't trust the political parties. Don't even trust the power you're sitting in right now. Don't trust it because it will all wear away. But build a society that even without power, you will live. Did you ever see those that were in power before you came? Have you watched them? Have you ever to see that even when you were born, the clothes you were wearing, you no more wearing them? That tells you there is a season that change. But there is so much of an ego in you that needs to come down and come down for good. There are many ways that you can handle things, but don't handle it politically. Do not channel everybody to think like you or do things like you want them to do. These are men, and maybe most of them might be even older than you. You don't even have the experience yet, my brother. This is your first office that you have sat down in a higher power. Do not abuse that power, because where it goes, you will need to meet these very people. Don't make Liberia small for you because you got nowhere else to go. That's just an advice to you. And to all of you that are running around here from now to the end of October, this is all going to finish. How are we going to build a nation when you build so much ego in you and think that everybody must think like you and feel like you and do things like you? How are we going to have a nation? Not even your own children that you can compare all of them to be like you. You can only do your best and left with the child to make all decisions. So to you, Honorable Kochi, the CDC, the United Party, the ANC, the other parties that I may not mention here tonight, remember that after election, there is still a Liberia. Why build so much hatred for little things like power that is not guaranteed? Most of you have not even worked to meet up with the power that you have. Well, you have the privilege to be in there. Do you think you are the only person that work for CDC or have laid or have spent their life? There are many people that contribute to the state of the country today that are not even benefiting. But you are there. People pay taxes, all of the little they earns. And that taxes, you are enjoying the privilege of riding the best of all cars, where they are living in liquor houses. And you still got the guts to be all over television, widely opening your arms and speaking grammar because you are in power. Wake up! If it is something that have overtaken you, called power, put it down because it's not carrying you anywhere. We have seen people in great power and watch them descend to the pain. If it is a lie, your former minister of Liberia, whoever thought Minister Scott would have gone down with power? Minister Scott Patsy, it's like the whole of Liberia is on a verge of shaking. That's how big power goes. But it comes all of you and leave you with one security not even being the one to be around you. Have you thought that one day you will wake up, there will be no more security around you? Or have you ever thought that tomorrow there will be a normal Liberia where we don't have to look down on people because they don't believe in what we want? But we should give opportunity to all. I thought this is about liberation. In a time of liberation, you don't force people to do what you want. You can make decisions. But let us stop the direct threats on people. It wouldn't diminish your power. It don't escalate it. Don't mind the Caesars, let me say the Brutus around you. Chastised her enough Brutus. Since he went to power, I see how many of them have taken phone to call him, even though he's there in there. Chucky Taylor, I see how many of them have visited him. It just tells you that there is more. Look, if they can sing for you because their path were born, they will sing for you. For me, I got nothing I want from you. I'm not even eating nothing. But I'm just giving you the warning because people will need to talk. Even in the midst of Julius Caesar, there came a little voice. And I'm that little voice, a political nobody. I ain't come from a rich background. Matter of fact, my mother was a very poor woman who was selling her little or color. So I got nothing to do with riches to say, okay, because she came from this place and that place. But I'm the small voice that Judas Caesar would have listened to. And he was not going to see Brutal being the one to chest him up. Those people that are clapping for you that makes you think that you got control, they are fake. Jefferson Coach, they are fake. Because they are not able to look in your face and tell you, look, Mr. Kochi, there is a tomorrow. You no need for you doing this. I know you said you went to Mr. Molba Molu and he said, don't go for this man and stuff like that. I think it's best. Because Molba had his own ups and downs. Maybe he know why. But bothfully, I could see that anxiety bit all over your muscles. Thinking you are the man of the word. You are only a man of the moment. And in a moment, it can change. And you will have to live by these things. Everything you say is on clip. And those clips are kept for appropriate time that they will play. Oh, I wish those days they had clips like we have now. Many of those people that were in big powers will have listened to their own clip and be ashamed of themselves. So, my dear brother, Mr. Kochi, all Liberians are calling on you. Just stop this. Because it's not carrying Liberia anywhere. When we want to deliver, we deliver with peace, not with pieces, not with threats. My little piece of advice, let it go to you. Because you have hurt someone so deeply, and you must apologize, Mr. Kochi, because there is a reward. If you openly apologize, fine. You will internally apologize, that's fine. Whatever you will do, but do not make the gods of the world get angry with you. Because there are gods that people seek. I know some of you know all the things there. But also, there is God that you cannot support. I mean, you cannot bribe. These ones you can bribe, then get a chicken and get it this. But there are certain things you don't do. You don't do it, and you have breaking it. So my advice to you, these are your brothers. Call them. You're all in the same parties and whatever places you can meet. Just settle it. Never go on the nation state televisions and thing and showing off. My dear, there is a record on you. It will follow you for years. Hmm? I hope this meets you in your conscience sense. And let it be a time that helps you reflect that what you did not in any way match what we expect of you. As a certain mayor, you are for all. And if you are for all, the interest for all must be kept. Very, 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 very good. Your integrity must matter to you, not your position. Because your position will go, but your integrity stays. But when your integrity is damaged, your position goes. Use this as a word of wisdom to you. And what is the answer? I come back to why we have still not found the answer. The answer is just within us. That answer that gives us the privilege to think about inventing new strategy that will enable us build a society is what we need. And that what we need is to help people think industrially. Instead of us looking in different countries to bring somebody to extract our gold and diamond and take it out to another country and make millions of dollars, we should be able to attract people to come and open companies for employment. That's what we need. We should be the one visiting our marketing procedure that allow people to open businesses like now in Guinea. Do you know how much Guineans earn daily because of the free trade agreement? Now you see millions of Liberians traveling from Liberia to Guinea. Do you think that they just go and buy and don't pay taxes? They pay taxes. They transport from Liberia to go to Guinea. They pay it. What happens is that it just builds the Guinean economy because it attracts people to them. So you go to like Medina Market because I have been trading. All right, you go to Medina Market, you will walk almost 2 days or 3 days. It's highly likely that you will cover the market within one day because it's so massive. And you can be able to find one item into so many communities. These are the answers that Liberia needs. If we can just attract the world to lower our taxes, it will attract people to bring in investment. How can you be calling for investors to come when you are increasing investment? It doesn't work. We are here today. We don't have food. We don't have money. We don't have job. How do we get job? When you bring one company in the country, from the minister down, all the way to the Yage or the Yabo, everybody wants something out of this one company that have not yet started. How do you have the choice of expanding? So these are the awareness that we need. The answer of us killing all the thousands of people in 1990 is for us to rethink and visit our employment laws, where people that have been working with companies, they are not entitled to incomes that will suit their expenditure. How can you employ somebody whole month for $100, $80, but then the rent one room is costing $50? Then the rice alone, one bag. If you alone are supposed to eat one bag, that means you are taking $20. So how much are you going to earn to live? That is why we have not answered what made us to kill. The inequalities are still there because right now we have our certain leadership in power, and a certain group of people are feeling less in power because they are not part of a particular political party, so they are not being given the right or the privilege to live like a normal Liberian, where you have the right to exercise what you want and how you want it. The same inequalities that we fought for is still there. The answer of Liberian problem, in fact, we have gone broke. According to President Weir, he inherited a broken economy after killing, massacring people in different locations of Liberia. And then we come back to inheriting a broke economy. Have you acknowledged our feelings? Have you acknowledged that what we did have never mounted to what we thought we would have achieved? If you have thought that way, I'm only asking you all to revisit our thinking this time around and take a new approach to the answers that we've been waiting for from 1960s to 70s to 80s to 90s, 2000, and now we are going to 2000 plus. We are still finding those answers, and we think the answer is in the hands of the American. That's why we do protest and we go to the American embassy, and they just look at us and laugh and say these people have still not been able to gravitate to reality. After our master degrees, we're reading the book of the J.J. Roberts. We're reading the books of the Franklins. We're reading the books of the Hills. But we don't read the book of economy building, society network connectivities. We don't read the book that tells us how to revisit our incomes and see how best we can boost our economy. We don't think of these books. But I'm here to encourage you and inspire you that there are some books that we need now to be installed in our school system that will help us. It may not happen in our own DNA, but let us start now because we need these things to take place even in the acting of us tomorrow. I want my voice to be heard, even for people that is yet to be born, that they will see the need and take the right path. We shouldn't be conned to think that war is the only way that we can be able to get a result. And in the midst of all, we lost it all. We lost our lives. We destroyed our nation. We broke our economy, and we are still hungry today. And all we look up for more Americans to pack rice and beans in the bowls and bring it to us. And we think it is life. When we give one person a power, instead of them to revisit, they are using the very power on us. We are talking about a mind change right now. We are talking about a civil society where we will have visionaries who will vision and project a new life. I know not every platform have these talks. I know not every platform talk like what I say, but I am not just me. I am different. And this has no political backgrounds. It's not for political reasons that I'm speaking what I'm speaking. Because I'm speaking these things because it's real. Look at how much we have killed. Look at the Lutri massacre. Look at the thousands of people. Look at the Dubo Road massacre. How much more we didn't do? And we still inherited a broken economy. Until today, we are still buying rice. After we say rice were high in the 80s, and so we carry on riding. But today, we are even double the rice price, triple plus. And yet, we still have not found answers. We fought war, we're still looking for jobs. After fighting the war, we are still looking for jobs. After fighting the war, we are still done. We're still looking for electricity for our children to go to school. We are still looking for school fees. We fought war, and yet we can still be able to drive on a safe land. We have to carry our windows up because the next thing is that your phone right in the car, your phone can be jacked. That's after the war. Have you all put into consideration that the war was a failure? A failure to humanity to a great extent. We lost it all and got nothing out of it. Out of carnality, we have thought that the best way out is to get Dole out of power, even though we were disgrace ourselves publicly, cutting his ears and doing all of this, and yet we still inhabited a poor and a broken economy. And after all, Chastity will have done to secure his army, his power, we still came down to a broken economy. After everything Ellen Johnson thought she would have done, she went out, she brought this other investor, she brought this other people, and this other company were open. We still came down to a broken economy. When will we realize that our economy matters, that our lives matter, that we can contribute and take life to another perspective? We can revisit our mindset and change our attitude and embrace a new life without political balance. There must be politics in every land. But when politics are overseen growth and development, that nation descends into poverty. And that's what Liberia has meant itself into. Where even you're supposed to buy a salt, and that salt become political salt. that is only for a political party. Where are we going? Under a seated leadership where we have deep divisions, and not even the president has the guts to address this as an issue. When you see your kingsmen brutally speaking words or threats to citizens around the nation, and you don't think it is good to address that, who made him without the power of the people? Does he have power? I would have sat down here and said, I'm a president. That would that make me a president? I can only be a president under the will of the people. I can only establish leadership under the will of the people. So, Mr. Kochi, President Taylor, President Johnson, President Dev, all the different presidents, we have gone through a lot. Let us cement this whole thing into love and unity. Let the country come back to peace and stability. Let us rule out this political landscape that has caused us so much deficiency and broken economy. And let us rebuild through agriculture. I said this, through agriculture. Agriculture is projected to be the $1 million company 2025 to 2030. The $1 trillion company. If you think it's a lie, go on Google right now. You will see what I'm telling you. The projection of agriculture is a $1 trillion company. We're no more looking at thousands. No, we're not looking at a million. We are talking about trillions. Because there is a projection that the human growth is projected to increase. As you saw, that China have increased her one. That's why China and other countries are now getting afraid to be the supplier of food products worldwide, because their soil are become more depleted. Not only that is a fear, but also that their own population may not have enough to sustain themselves. So the reasons why we need to focus on earning employment and come against destruction of passive distraction and embracing fresh idea of innovation is for us to think out of our carnal mind and evoke the power of wisdom. If you lack wisdom, ask God. It is good. He is extremely good. He will give it to you. But let us keep the country together. This is my message to you tonight. Let us keep the country together. Let us move Liberia together. And we can do it. If we can do it for the 90s, that we had so much divisions that we never thought would have come together. And today, tribes and this other tribes can live together. I think we can live together once more. But we need to start now so that it does not escalate too much. So my prayers to you all, as you watch this video, I encourage you to share it. I encourage you to inspire other farmers to get on board. This is the Abba Organic Farm, the mother company that is covering all farmers across the nation. And we are coming together in our massive. We are coming together so that we can see the best way out. We are now going to separate those that are able to help us from the beginning and those that are able to help us to the end. What do we mean by that? We mean that people who knows the soil will be there. So people that have been farming for years, have problem with the kind of products they farm with, or they have problem with their yield because they have not planted the right crops into the right soil or the right time, because everything in agriculture is about right. Every time you miss right and you do wrong, there is the consequences. So with agriculture, the mathematics for agriculture, it must be right. So you must have the right time, you must have the right seeding, you must have the right soil, and you must have the right management skill. So when you have all of your rights in place, you then know for sure that you have the right production. So we will now have these people to educate our farmers. Not only that they will think they're growing things, but they have to grow things effectively. That effective management skill, where they will have a clue when the plants are getting red, what it meant to them, what they should be looking out for, how they should, manage and maintain the growth, and how would they be able to expand in productivity. That's what we are going to. And we hope to achieve it very soon. Because when we have the the 5 rights in agriculture rights, that would be the right soil, the right plants, the right soil, the right plant, the right measurements. All right? Then the right equipments, then the right people. When we have those 5 rights, then we have production. So we are going to be working towards the 5 rights in agriculture. And that's where we think when we get right, we will be able to help Liberia out of poverty and be able to produce to the expectation of not only Liberia, but other countries. If you have been watching, I'm glad that you have watched this show, and I hope you continue to enjoy and share the show. Tomorrow I'll be here once more, bringing you some fascinating stories of how we can all work together to improve food production in Liberia. Your host has been Madam Abba A. Anderson. On behalf of the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, we look forward for your engagement, support, and the spreading of our messages. God bless you so richly, and we hope to see you tomorrow, 7:30 Liberia's time. So be glad to see you tomorrow, 7:30. This is how we like to draw the curtains of tonight's broadcast.
Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, "There's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For our live educative section under the topic, let's educate our farmers.
You want
Again, I'd like to say thank you for watching us, and we encourage you to be here tomorrow, 7:30 Liberia's time, and that will be 8:30 UK time. Your host has been Madam Abba A. Annesley, and have a pleasant good night.